Footage has been released from inside the Bibby Stockholm barge in Portsmouth. Let's take a look at what it's like inside that barge. The barge is packed with facilities and amenities and is to house 500 migrants later this month. With a welcoming security checkpoint and a no smoking policy or vaping policy, Bibby Barge boasts a computer room equipped with laptops and internet access. And while the taxpayers wait months for GP appointments, the residents of the Bibby have an in-house medical facility at their disposal. Feeling peckish? Well, residents can dine free hot meals prepared in the state-of-art kitchen. Look at that, it's beautiful, which is stacked with all the cooking essentials and ingredients. Now, for a bit of grub, residents can then retire to their bedrooms, which are equipped with desks and flat-screen TVs. Looks lovely, doesn't it? Well, joining us now is No to the Barge campaigner Kate Robson. Good afternoon to you, Kate. Before we get into what locals are thinking about the relative safety of the Bibby around the coastal areas, how does it make you feel as a British taxpayer seeing the relative lap of luxury that these illegal immigrants will be living in?
Hi, Martin. Just to correct you, it's in Portland, not Portsmouth. Yeah. So, relatively different in size. So Portland's only got 13,500 residents. Certainly, as it's described there, it does look like Butlins on a barge, doesn't it? Particularly when you're looking at the free bus service. And now we understand free trips into the Dorset countryside to play cricket and free taxis home if they miss the bus. I think the main issue here is the complete lack of consultation and lack of consent. This barge has been completely imposed on us by the Home Office, but we have to remember here who is actually enabling this as well. And this is a private company of Portland Port, owned by Langham Industries. They've basically sold their whole area out without a thought for the community. In Portland, we're talking about the health service here. I mean, we're looking at a 4 or 5 week wait to see a GP. Speaking to someone the other day, 6 weeks for a blood test. It really is a kick in the teeth to know that 500 asylum seekers will have an on-site GP service and will be able to access that whenever they need to. It really has been unthought through, and it's sickening, to be honest. Portland Hospital was closed last year. There has been no money put into the health service or the infrastructure here. And all of a sudden, the Home Office is throwing millions at private companies to moor this barge. And it just shows the corruptness, really, I think. And it's causing a massive division in the community as well. It's really going to bubble over, because we're talking about an area with a high level of deprivation. But in Dorset, we also have one of the highest council tax levels. So something is not adding up here, and something is very, very wrong.
And so, Kate, when we covered the protest in Portland a couple of weeks ago on this show, I was astonished to see the so-called anti-racists also don't want the barge in Portland because of its impact on the National Health Service. The precise same thing that you've been saying since the start. But I want to put this to you. How does it feel when they say to you, they accuse you, people like you, concerned residents with completely legitimate, perfectly rational concerns, when they call you a racist and a fascist?
Well, do you know what? It's got absolutely nothing to do with the race or descent of these men. It could be 500 anyone's. I mean, if you emptied a school, a boarding school full of kids, boys, onto this barge for several months, we're still going to have the same concerns. They're the ones that are being quite divisive here. They're causing issues when there isn't really an issue. We are on the same side. We do not want the barge in our area because of the impact on healthcare. They're saying no prisons, no fear, refugees are welcome here. Well, they're no prisons, no fear, but they're the ones that are causing the fear, to be honest, amongst the locals. It's not to do with racism at all.
Yeah, Kate Robson from the No to the Barge campaign in Portland. Thank you very much for joining us today. It's a heated issue, something I know GB News viewers have a huge amount to say on. Please get in touch with your opinions if you want to get involved in that debate. Thank you, Kate. Okay.